Ho, 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 ho! Ho, 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 ho! Ho, 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 ho,
What's up, my
ho!
veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and welcome back to another movie review. And this is part of VTR's Joyful Christmas. Sorry about my hair. It's like all over the place. I know. I tried to do something new with my hair, but then I fiddled around my hair, and now my hair just looks like a car ran through it. But I'm not doing this over there because I just want to do it here, and plus it looks a lot better. But what I want to be doing today is I want to be reviewing. I don't even know how I am introing this video. Welcome to another movie review. And today we're doing a review of the movie The Santa Claus. If you guys know what I'm talking about. The movie The Santa Claus stars Tim Allen, I think is his name. Yeah, it's Tim Allen. And it's about this guy, he gets Santa Claus knocked off a roof, and he becomes Santa Claus, and hijinks and stuff like that ensues. What can I say about this movie? It's pretty generic. I wouldn't say it's your run-of-the-mill Christmas movie, because it does have some very uniqueness to it. I can say it's pretty original. I don't think I've seen any other movie that has done this, where I may have seen like something in like a TV show or something like way after this movie has come out, but I will say this movie's fairly original. I think the movie's original. Argue with me if you want, but I think the movie's original. I don't think there's really another movie like this. Yeah, sure, it's got its cliche moments and stuff we've seen before in the movie, but you tell me one other movie where you've seen someone else who has literally probably killed Santa Claus and he has to take his place. Now that I think about it, it doesn't seem like isn't that something Hollywood might use more often. Whatever. My hair is all over the place. Gosh, it looks awful. But what I was trying to say anyway, the fact that this movie is different, does it make it good? Well, I'm gonna straight up say it's not bad. I don't think it's an awful movie. Is it a very, very odd concept? Definitely. Is it something worth watching? It's something alright to watch around the holidays. And there are those Christmas movies that I can watch, or not around Christmas. But do I think The Santa Claus is one of those movies? I would only watch this movie around Christmas time. I wouldn't watch this movie around... There are Christmas movies that I would watch, not around Christmas. So, what is it about this movie? That it spawned 3 sequels, which hopefully I will cover this month. No, 2 sequels, I mean. And the movie is just a Christmas movie, and it's got a whole divorced parents plot, and you got a cute little kid in the movie. That's always a good selling point for a film nowadays, and even back then, I guess. It's just overall a generic, pretty original Christmas movie, which you just gotta ask yourself sometimes, were people really... Did people really expect this? No? Is this really something people wanted? Well, apparently for them to do 2 more sequels. Now, I know it seems like I'm bashing the heck out of this movie, but that's not the case. I'm not trying to bash the heck out of this movie, because honestly, I would not mind giving this movie a good old-fashioned watch again, even though I probably would only watch this movie around this time of year, around Christmas, even though it's still November, but I digress. It's just, this movie is just... I won't say it's painful, because the main character is not hateable, but very unlikable. in most of the movie until he's like getting into the whole Santa thing. Tim Allen is a good actor. I like Tim Allen. He can be funny. But in this role, he can be a bit of a jerk, and I think that's kind of the point. But it's a little distracting, and sometimes like, I really don't like this character. But sometimes it can just seem like, oh, it's just trying too hard or something along those lines. It's just overall a decent movie. I wouldn't give it a 5 rating, not at most. I'll give it a 3, barely at a 3 rating. But the movie itself, if you want to put this on for Christmas, I wouldn't judge you. I'd probably sit down and watch it this season. The plot is, I'd say it's pretty predictable. It's not like you can sit down and like, oh, by the first like 20 minutes, you're like, oh yeah, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. It's not like that predictable. But it's still a movie where you're like, things are going to happen. And you can kind of see how it's going to play out, especially with having the divorced parents plot. I will say legitimately when Santa Claus is on the roof, and when seeing it's actually a legitimately funny scene where he falls, I actually did crack up the first. Not that I wouldn't say the first time I probably did see this movie because I was probably really little when I first saw this movie, but I say about maybe 2-3 years ago when I saw this movie, watched this movie again, I did laugh at that scene again because it's just overall a interesting movie. And it's nothing to get angry about. It's nowhere near a bad movie, but it's just Now, I do think there are better Christmas movies out there. I can think of a good number just off the top of my head, but would I recommend to watch this around this time of year? Yeah. Would I recommend to watch it any time else in the year? No, unless you're a person that does Christmas in July. But I don't know. You may like this movie. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's all right. I think it's a decent film. I would definitely give it another watch around this time of year, like I've already said. Would it be great to just, I don't know. It's just overall a odd movie and just a completely strange concept. If you can't tell, I'm trying to milk this video to 10 minutes. But it's an alright movie, I suppose. If you want to put it in around this time of year, it's alright. It's an alright movie. I don't think anyone's gonna really flat out is like, ugh, I hate this movie. But I think it's an alright, decent flick. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please tap the like button down below, subscribe, leave me a comment, and link to all my social medias linked down in the description below. And do not forget the notification button to be notified when I upload these sweet, sweet videos. And I do have one thing I want to say. I'm sorry for getting this video up so late. I have been struggling with a video for Dailymotion for the past couple of all day trying to get it up. I've been having to do a lot of edits to it, and it's been a lot of struggle getting it up today, so I wanted to really apologize for me not getting a video out today for that. I want to hear what you guys have any suggestions for this, for VTR's Joyful Christmas. I want to kind of get you guys a little more involved with this, unlike I did with a little more involved than I did with VTR's Creepy Frights. So I'd really love to hear some suggestions. Please post them down in the comments. I would love to hear it. I'd love to know what movies you want to review, things you might want to see, maybe some Christmas games I don't want to see me play. I don't know a lot of Christmas games, so I'd love to hear some suggestions from you guys. But yeah, overall, alright Christmas movie. Sorry about this getting uploaded late. I'm still trying to milk it to that 10-minute mark. We're getting there. It's almost there. I'm looking at the time right now. It's getting close. But it's an alright movie. Keep an eye out for more VTR's Joyful Christmas. But guys, and just I'll do something special for on social media or something like that. But I think I've milked this video enough to its breaking point. I'm already to my breaking point where I can't say anything else. Why am I still milking it? I've hit the 10-minute mark. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!